Hi, welcome students to my fourth session on Green's function. Today, let us solve some problems using Green's function. In the first slide, I am going to show the important formulas which has to be remembered while solving the problems. As we know, the Green's function is expressed in two forms as g1 equal to c1 u1 and g2 equal to c2 u2, where the g1 and g2 are the Green's function at the two neighboring points separated by epsilon to epsilon. The constant c1 is given by u2 by wp, where p is the function coming in the second term of the SL operator, and w is called as Wronskian, which is u1 u2 dash minus u2 u1 dash, where u1 dash refers to the first derivative of u1. So finally, if I put the value of c1 in the expression for g1, it will become c1 u1 will become, instead of c1 I'll put u2 by wp, so that will become u1 u2 by wp, that is g1. In the second expression, g2 of xt is equal to u2 of x u1 of t by wpt. So the final solution of the equation will become integral a to t, where a is the lower point in lower boundary g1 of xt f of t dt, plus integral g to t to b g2 of xt f of t dt. So we have to remember all the formulas in this slide in order to solve the problems. Now let us come to the solving the problems. First problem: derive the Green's function for the operator d square by dx square with the boundary conditions y of 0 is 0, y of 1 is equal to 0. So this is a case of the finite initial and boundary values are given. Suppose if I am having a homogeneous equation d square y by dx square is equal to 0, if I integrate it, you will get y is a constant, that is y equal to ax plus b. So from the boundary conditions, y of 0 is equal to 0, which implies b is equal to 0. From there we can find the value of u1. u1 is ax and u1 of t is at. u dash of x is a. And the second boundary condition is 0, that means y of 1 is equal to 0. So that implies b is equal to minus a, that means u2 is found from the second boundary condition. u2 is equal to ax minus a, therefore u2 of t is at minus a. u2 dash of x is a, that means if I differentiate ax minus a with respect to x, we will get a. So the expression for w, Wronskian, is u1 u2 dash minus u2 into u1 dash. That will become a square, because I get u1 equal to a, u1 dash is equal to a, so u2 dash is also a. So that will become if I multiply u1 into u2 dash, that will become a square minus u1 dash. u1 dash is a, but u2 of t is also at minus a. So then I substitute these values, I will get a square. And then g1 is the Green's function for x less than t, that is g1 is given by u1 u2 by a. That means g1 is given by, yes, c1 u1. Therefore putting the value of this c1, you will get g1 is u1 into u2 by a, that means x into t minus 1. So that is what the value of u1 and u2. So u1 is x, u1 of x into u2 of t. And then coming to the second case, x greater than t, g2 of of xt is given by u2 of x u1 of t by a. So that will become t into x minus 1. So the question is to find the Green's function only. So therefore we have found the two Green's function below x less than t and above x greater than t. Similarly, we have the same operator but different boundary conditions for the equation d square y by dx square is equal to 0. Again you solve this you solve the same way, you will get y equal to x plus b. And putting the boundary conditions, y of 0 is 0. That means put 0 equal to b. So that means b is equal to 0. And the second boundary condition is put x equal to a, then will become y becomes 0. So 0 is equal to a into a plus b. So b is equal to minus aa. Then u2 is found. So u2 is found from this value ax minus aa, and similarly u2 of t will be, instead of x put t, so that will become at minus aa, and u2 dash will be differential of u2, that will be a. So finally we will calculate the Wronskian u1 u2 dash minus u1 dash u2. So that means if we solve this, if we put the values of u1 and u2 dash, we will get a square a. So as we come to the expression for Green's function, g1 is c1 u1. So that means in this case it is u1 u2 by wpt, and g1 will become x into t minus a by a. Coming to the next slide, for x greater than t, g2 will be u2 u1 by wpt, that means t into x minus a by a, putting the values of u2 u1 and wpt. Similarly, coming to the next question, obtain the Green's function for the operator d square by dx square corresponding to the boundary conditions y0 is 0, y dash of a is 0. So all the three questions have the same operator but the boundary conditions are different. As we know, the d square y by dx square will give you the equation y equal to x plus b, and putting the first boundary condition x equal to 0 and y equal to 0, that will give you b is equal to 0. Coming to the next slide, from that again we got the value of u1, that is putting the first boundary condition is ax, and u1 of t will be at, and if you differentiate it you will get a. And the second boundary condition is y dash of a is equal to 0. So that means a equal to 0. If a equal to 0, then I put u2 is equal to ut of x is equal to b, u2 of t is equal to b. So the answer will give you only b is what remains in this. So automatically u2 of t is b. Therefore, if you differentiate a constant, you will get 0. So the Wronskian is u1 u2 dash minus u2 into u1 dash. That will become only the first term will remain. So that means the first term becomes 0 because u2 dash is 0. The second term will be u1 dash minus u1 dash into u2. So minus u1 dash is minus of a into b, that will become minus ab. So therefore the value of g1 will be u1 u2 by wpt, that will become minus x. And for x greater than t, g2 of x t will be u2 into u1 by wpt, that will be minus t, which can be done as a simple exercise of you. Coming to the next question, deduce the Green's function for the operator d square y by dx square plus k square with a boundary condition y of 0 is 0 and y of l equal to 0. In this case, the operator has been changed. In the last cases, we have done the operator as d square by dx square. But in this case, the operator is d square by dx square plus k square, and the boundary conditions are y of 0 is 0, y of l is equal to 0. In this, if we solve this operator d square y by dx square plus k square equal to 0, we will get a solution y equal to a sin kx plus b cos kx. Next slide, and putting the first boundary condition y of 0 is 0, which implies b is equal to 0, and accordingly the equation will become u1 will be what, y of x, that will become a sin kx, because the second term is b is 0. Similarly, u1 of t will be a sin kt. If you differentiate this, a sin kx will become ak cos kx. Similarly, u1 dash of x will be ak cos kx. If I put the second boundary condition, y of L is equal to 0, so that will become 0 is equal to a sin kl plus b cos kl. Therefore, we can find the value of b, which is minus a sin kl by cos kl. Similarly, put the value of b in the expression for y, you will get the value of u2. So u2 is found by a sin kx minus a2 cos kx cos kl by cos kl into cos kx. So that will become a into sin kx cos kl minus, taking LCM as cos kl, minus sin kl cos kx by cos kl. So finally you will get u2 as a sin, that is nothing but sin of a minus b, sin of a minus b, sin a cos b minus cos a sin b. So that means u2 of x is equal to a sin k x minus l by cos kl. Similarly, u2 of t will become a sin k of, instead of put x equal to t, that will become a sin k t minus l by cos kl. Similarly, if you differentiate this u2 of t, you will get u2 dash of t, that will become, if t is coming, coefficient of t is k, so multiply by k, so ak cos k x minus l by cos kl. Coming to the next slide, therefore the Wronskian is calculated to be a square k by cos kl into sin kl for x less than t. The Green's function will become g1 is equal to c1 u1, that is by wpt. Therefore that is equal to u1 u2 by wpt, that is equal to sin kx sin k lt minus l by k sin kl. For x greater than t, again the value of Green's function, which is given in the first slide, the g2 is given by u2 u1 by wpt, that will become sin k x minus l sin kt by k sin kl. So coming to the third question, or the next question, find the appropriate Green's function for the equation y double dash plus 1 by 4y equal to fx with the boundary condition y of 0 equal to y of pi equal to 0. And this problem will be solved in the next video. Hi, welcome students to my fourth session on Green's function. Today, let us solve some problems using Green's function. In the first slide, I am going to show the important formulas which has to be remembered